Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you my day 2 preview and tips for the second day of the Aintree Festival. If you haven't done so already, make sure you check out my Grand National preview where I've given you my thoughts and selections for the race. So if you want to go and see it, I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. But yeah, let's get into it then. So 5 selections for the second day of the Aintree Festival, and we're going to be going with an extra selection to kick things off in the form of Fielded Aries for James Byrne and Nicky Henderson. I think he's a really interesting horse. He's currently available at 10 to 1 at the time recording. You get 6 places on offer with SkyBet here. Now this horse Fielded Aries, last time we saw him, he finished second at Ascot, where he ran really well in a decent handicap. That was his first start over hurdles in Britain and Ireland, and you have to say it was quite a pleasing one. When he was previously trained by Joseph O'Brien in the colours of Jigginstown, he was actually campaigned as a novice chaser, and he held his own against some useful types. He's off a mark of 140, which I think is fairly workable. Nicky Henderson's team have been in really good form the last couple of weeks. I just think there's a little bit of unfinished business with him. He didn't go for the Coral Cup, where he would have been definitely one of the more fancier types in the race. James Byrne, not a negative jockey booking at all. He's definitely been, I think, one of the most improved jockeys in the weighing room this year. And for me, I think at a price, he's definitely worth a good each way bet. And for me, he's going to be my first selection of the day. We then stay at Aintree, obviously, for the 330 with my next best. Fakir for Mark Walsh and Joseph O'Brien. Currently available at 13 to 8 with a couple of firms. Going to recommend a 1-point win bet here. It's obvious to see why he's going to go off favourite. He could even go off shorter tomorrow. He won this race last year. He's definitely a 2.5 mile specialist, and he's going to get this race run to suit tomorrow. There's plenty of pace on. If they go hard enough for him, I can see him getting a good toe into the race, travelling really smoothly, getting into a good rhythm, and I just think he's going to be the one to beat. He won the Grade 1 Ascot Chase earlier in the year. He swerved Cheltenham to come to Aintree. This has definitely been the target. The drying out ground as well will definitely aid his cause. I don't think this is a particularly strong renewal of this race, and I think he's the one they've all got to beat. So yeah, if you can still get the 13 to 8 about him, I think he's a cracking price. We then go to the 405, which is the Topham Chase, and I thought this could be maybe the day for Spirit of the Games. So Harry and Dan Skelton, currently available at 12 to 1. You get 5 places on offer with SkyBet at that price. Now this horse, Spirit of the Games, he's actually off a good mark, I think, off a mark of 136. He ran a really credible race when he finished third in the plate at the Cheltenham Festival, staying on as he normally does in customary fashion. He's a bit of a boat as well. But this horse, Spirit of the Games, like I say, I think he's off a good mark. He finished third here at this course over the 3 mile handicap on the card on the last day of the festival, and that was a good run. I just think this could have been a plan they've had in the back of their mind for Spirit of the Games. I think he could take to it well. I think his stamina will come into play. He won't mind the ground as well. I just think there's a lot to like about his chances, and I just think it could set up for the closures. He's normally a pretty good jumper, so I think if he gets into a good rhythm, it could really suit him, and I could see him staying on coming up coming up into the elbow. I could see him staying on really strongly, and if he's there or thereabouts, I would definitely fear him running up to the line. So yeah, I think he's definitely got really solid credentials for a big race. You're getting a good price about him as well. I think he's definitely got a good chance. We then go to the 440, the Grand Sefton, the 3 mile Grade 1 novice hurdle, and I thought Greenbook was a bit of a price here for Charlie Deutsch and Venetia Williams. Currently available at 8 to 1 with SkyBet, who offer him 5 places. Going to recommend a 0.5 each way selection here. Now this horse, last time we saw him, he finished 5th in the Albert Bartlett at the Cheltenham Festival, and to be fair, I actually think that was quite a good run. He was just probably unconvinced. He probably, like I say, was unconvincing over the track. I just think that didn't suit him, and I think this flatter track at Aintree will definitely be more to his cup of tea. Been a very progressive hurdler this season, coming through handicaps. He probably could have gone close in the Lanzarote if he hadn't been brought down through no fault of his own. He then won a decent handicap over 3 miles at Sandown. He's just a really strong stayer, a very classy flat horse as well in some big handicaps. He won at Chester, ran well at Goodwood last year. I think he's definitely a really solid contender. Interesting that Charlie Deutsch is here instead of not riding for Sam Thomas, who he's ridden on earlier in the season. That horse, Skytastic. So yeah, I think Greenbook, he's got plenty of experience under his belt. Still only a 5-year-old as well, hard to believe. 8 to 1. I think you just need to put a line through that run when he was tailed off behind Hillcrest. He was a bit more like it last time. I think if he runs near that kind of form, I think he's got a good each way chance, and for me, he's going to be my extra tip of the day in that race. My nap of the day then comes in the 5:15 at Aintree, and I thought Faivoir could do it here for Tristan Darrell and Dan Skelton is able to claim a handy £7 off the horse's back. And I think this could be the easiest handicap that this horse has had to deal with for quite some time. You might remember I actually put him up in the county hurdle where he actually didn't run a bad race. In the end, just things went against him, but he still ran fairly credibly. He finished in 11th place that day, but he wasn't beaten far for the extra places on that occasion. You can get 12 to 1 about him tomorrow with 6 places, SkyBet. I thought that was quite a big price for him. He's generally a very consistent horse. He's very good over hurdles. Been okay as another chaser, but his last couple of runs have been encouraging. He ran well in the Moor battle. Like I say, he ran okay, I think, in the county hurdle. He wasn't discredited there. Skelton tends to do well at this meet, and he likes to target these handicap hurdles. I think the race will suit him tomorrow. I think he'll get a good, strong pace to aim at. And if Tistral and Darrell can get him into a good position, I think he can do all his best work staying late on up the home straight. Pretty versatile ground-wise, and I thought he was really hard to keep out of the frame. So yeah, he's going to be my nap of the day, and I'm going to recommend a 1 point each way selection there. So they're the tips then for day 2 of the Aintree Festival. Let me know in the comments box below what you're going to be backing tomorrow. Also as well, if you're still enjoying the videos, remember to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe here to the YouTube channel at LuckyLoaders15. If you want to follow me on socials, Twitter and Insta are the places to do so, where my handle is at LuckyLoader15. Please gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you soon.